I hope, you know, it's like, you know what interesting in this sport? Even if you're 28-0, 12-0 in UFC, you're one of the biggest stars, you smash everybody. People gonna talk about, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him. Give me just respect. Put me on #1 pound for pound fight next week. And because I think I deserve this. Because I dominate, you know, with all my opponents. I'm undefeated, you know. And I think I deserve some respect.
Ready? Let's go. Beautiful combination. I love it. Keep it up. Put the pressure on him. Hey, good job today. You really crushed it out there. Of that. All right, 30 seconds left. That's the way. Job in there. Beautiful kicks with high volume. All right, let's see what you got today. Speed and power. That's it. Perfect defense. Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you. Great combo. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it up. Yes, that's how you move. Let's go. Good work with your hands. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's starting to fall apart.
Coming up next, it's a lightweight championship fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaichi. #1 lightweight contender making his way to the octagon and looking to leave as the new undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. He has bided his time, waiting for this title shot. He's got the winning streak. He has the quality of opposition. Now he's fighting the #1 guy in the world. He believes he's the best. Now his opportunity to prove it, just a few minutes away. All right, so here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. This is his first title defense, so it took him a while to realize the title shot. Made good on that. Now we'll see if he can defend the belt and mute the naysayers who say that he's not really the champion until he defends this 155-pound gold. This is one of the UFC's harder belts in which to defend. If he can defend it tonight, you got to think a lot of the naysayers aren't going to have a whole lot to say. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Both fighters are 35 years old. Gaichi is 1 inch taller. The reach is identical. All right, now with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliotta. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Presenting the challenger, Justin the Highlight Gaichi. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 11 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
This is for the UFC Championship. I want you to do my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go, early round 1. This belt as hard to retain as any in the UFC. The UFC Lightweight Championship, and there is the belt holder wearing the black and gold. We'll see if he can maintain the title here tonight against the #1 contender. As many of you know, this is his first title defense, and he has said, I have no intentions of relinquishing the title. Hip tosses him down. Now we'll see if he can advance position.
I mean, right into side control.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
strike is true. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Gets the elbow up into the target.
Oh.
Gaichi gets touched by another elbow. He's got to be really careful here. Gaichi's eye appears to be closing up by the second.
Nice.
2 minutes have expired here in our opening round. In-fight numbers for you now. 29 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Well, he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination there.
Very accurate, a lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Nurmagomedov. Just misses with the jab there.
Beautiful punch.
Going to the body there with the right kick.
Oh, nice elbow.
And they clinch. Oh.
He got him.
Oh, good head movement there. Nice slip.
Dig and kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game.
Huge elbow there.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. His double leg shot.
Oh, nice slam as he gets into the canvas. Exactly what he needed. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent every transition.
Well, man, has he come out with a point to prove tonight. Aggressive right out of the chute and really has landed at a pretty high clip here in this first round. Technical, but also aggressive and accurate. A very good start for him here tonight. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Gaichi. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, nice job staying active from the bottom. Good elbow there by Nurmagomedov. Lands the ground and pound strike here.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oh, that's going to do it in a quick tap from there as he gets it done by submission.
The moment he got the arm straight, he got the pressure with his hips to force his opponent to tap, and he wins the fight.
Take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there is the man they are all chasing at 155 pounds, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion. And how about the way he got it done tonight? A spectacular submission to finish the job.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 45 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
While many argue it's the UFC's toughest weight class, it's one of the more difficult belts to defend, but he certainly did just that here tonight. Congratulations to the undisputed UFC lightweight champion, your winner by submission, and now all that's left to do is to celebrate with the corner. Big finish and a big result here tonight.
Ready? I want to see good technique and form this round. Nice strike. That'll keep him honest. Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you. Hey, he's starting to fall apart, all right? go. Good, yes. Good work with your kicks. That's what I'm talking about. It's starting to fall apart. Stay busy, stay busy. Nice work. Just keep drilling that. Time to burn and get after it. Here we go. Great combo. Keep it up. Step it up in there. Now let's go. Beautiful combination. Good up. Put pressure on it. Let's go. Work. 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 Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you.
All right, here we go. Coming up next, a lightweight championship fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Dustin Poirier. So you got Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. You got Daniel Cormier, the two-division UFC champion. But now Dustin Poirier, on the strength of a UFC interim lightweight title, has a key to the city of Lafayette, and he will try to add to his significant legacy in this spot here tonight.
The king of Lafayette, Dustin Poirier, he loves that city, and he embodies everything that the city stands for.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's durable. He's a guy that is looking for a fight. And in the fight with Max Holloway to win the title, you saw that he's willing to go through anything to accomplish his goals. A truly special athlete is Dustin Poirier.
And it's amazing to think where he was after that knockout loss to Michael Johnson in a main event in Hidalgo, Texas in 2016. Refocused, rededicated himself, and was able to produce a UFC title. All eyes on Dustin Poirier as he gets back on the famed canvas here tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So
he does not
in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Poirier is 35. Nurmagomedov is 36. Poirier will have a 5-inch reach advantage. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, a referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer holding a professional record of 27 wins, 9 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, USA, presenting the challenger, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here he is after a win by submission in his previous championship fight. We'll see what he can produce for an encore. It was an out.
Takedown. There you go.
Oh, he slams him down with authority. Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix now, going to go to work from the top. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Push him off! Push him off!
It's the elbow there.
You can't break your will.
Oh, nice elbow. Oh.
Poirier getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out.
You gotta move.
Good series of elbows by him there. It's almost like he's ambidextrous when it comes to throwing these elbows.
There is no strike in fighting that can really damage your opponent as much as an elbow. He understands that. He's throwing them over and over again. Oh, big elbow.
Elbow now to the head. That one landed by Nurmagomedov. Oh, big elbow. And a very crisp elbow once again lands. Big elbow!
Watch yourself. Control the wrist. Grab the wrist.
Oh.
Another big elbow there. elbow from the top. That'll force him to move his head. Lands a big elbow there. Oh, and again with a massive elbow. That's a fight changer right there.
Create a scramble, let's go.
Oh.
Okay, give me some head movement. Give me some
Ooh. Oh, and yet again with the big elbow.
Oh, big elbow.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Oh!
And really starting to make these shots count. Oh, and he lands another massive elbow. How does he take that shot?
Nice.
Goes upstairs for an elbow.
He's putting him in exactly the position he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands.
And that's gonna do it. That is it.
He got him. Oh.
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. Let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
All right, let's go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ian Levines called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 35 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, for my money, this is the deepest, toughest UFC division, and the road to lightweight glory still goes through that man's backyard. Congratulations to the champion once again.
And he's got a massive fence around that backyard, not letting anybody in. He's not trying to share this title reign. He wants to be the UFC champion for a long time, and with performances like this, it's hard to argue that anything is going to change.
Coming up next, the wait is over for this lightweight championship fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor. as you'd expect, a Super Bowl feel in this arena here tonight because the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history, Conor McGregor, is back. The celebrities are out in droves, all of them to see the former two-division UFC champion, the notorious Conor McGregor.
The stars always come out when the notorious one steps in the octagon, and he's earned that right. He is the biggest star in mixed martial arts, not only in mixed martial arts, but in sports across all platforms. One of the best fighters the UFC has ever seen. Not only a great fighter, but a great spokesman, a great salesman, and a guy that people always want to see.
And DC, we know you move that celebrity needle, but you don't move it like Conor McGregor.
Not like the notorious one.
We talk so much about his star power and what he has done for the sport, and rightfully so, that sometimes we don't spend enough time talking about just how skilled a fighter this is when it comes to distance management, the striking skills. We'll see how it goes for him here in the return tonight. Well, in a division as talented as 155 pounds, it is absolutely remarkable what this man has accomplished. Here he is, folks, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. Now, his goals, far more lofty than that. The title defenses are starting to pile up, but he believes with this type of challenger that has some momentum with fight fans, if he can dust this guy here tonight, he can take his career to the next level and start to be mentioned with the GOATs, the Hall of Fame types. For now, he'll have to settle for UFC lightweight champion. We will see how it goes for him tonight in Vegas. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Both fighters identical in age. Nurmagomedov is 1 inch taller. McGregor will have a 4-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, presenting the challenger, the notorious Conor McGregor! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 13 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready?
All right, so the rematch is upon us. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. Gotta think both sides might change some things up here in advance of this second.
You have to make adjustments if you're going to be successful in a rematch. No two fights are the same, so you have to approach it as if you guys have never fought before. I know the Nurmagomedov camp has made adjustments.
Win the scramble! Win the scramble!
Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Close guard, keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates distance and space to land a beautiful ground and pound combination.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head, or he's going to get blasted.
Oh, McGregor's pass attempt denied. Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking advantage of what is an obvious edge in reach. Misses with that punch. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
Oh, vicious knees landing up top. No headgear allowed in the octagon, and at some point defensively, if you don't adjust, the referee's going to step in.
The night is almost over. If you don't defend yourself, you will eventually go to sleep.
So 37 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Well, you got to think frustration is starting to set in on the other side as he lands another takedown, and he knew he was going to get a lot of this offensive wrestling. As yet, he's been unable to stop it.
He has not been able to stop it, and it's a different wrestling. It's a Damian Maia type of wrestling, where they get close to you, they hook their feet, they drag you to the mat, knowing that once you're on the ground, now you're really in trouble, because the takedown is only a part of the danger. The true danger is grappling with such a great submission specialist.
Yeah, nothing fun about it.
Oh, right in the mount.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Under 2 minutes to go.
Let's go. Push, push, push. Get free. Idea to the move. Scramble.
That hammer fist attempt is blocked. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov. McGregor gets up. He is back on the feet here. Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with the punch there.
Accuracy at its best.
Oh, nice strike by McGregor there.
I mean, Conor McGregor is a fantastic striker, and once again, that skill is on display.
Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
DC, it didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
Oh, knee to the head. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Don't finish his fight.
Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. Man! Round 2 coming up next. All right, so he gets knocked down, but not out. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC. A huge round on the other side.
He had him hurt very bad. He found the shot. He got exactly what he wanted. When he saw the opening, he jumped on it, and he hurt his opponent very bad. If he can get back to that one more time, he may end the night.
All right, champs, second round now. Your teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Let's go.
Against that man, you might recognize him. He is Conor McGregor. McGregor's lower jaw. Oh, beautiful job with the ankle pick to get him down. Now we'll see where he chooses to go from here.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Punch over the top.
Straight right hand now, just misses. Oh, nice knee to the body for him there. Very nice. And he landed the right hand there. Oh, double leg. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Oh, man, how is he standing? Brutal knee to the body.
Nice punch lands over the top.
And now he goes with the combination of punches to the head, potentially some concussive damage there.
I mean, absolutely concussive damage. Landing all those strikes to the head. He's very accurate, he's very fast, and he has a real confidence every time he throws his punches.
Well, a lot of volume and a lot of lands thus far. 120 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Well, 6 out of every 10 strikes roughly have found the mark, landing with 60% accuracy against Conor McGregor.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on his feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
So a much different approach from him here in round 2. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round 2.
What a punch.
Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home.
Very tricky when he throws that body kick.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, looks like he's trying to set up the takedown. There's the attempt. Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. He did a great job securing that ankle pick, but he did not react fast enough to secure the top position.
And just like that, back to a standing position. We'll see who has the advantage.
Hey, scramble, get up! Scramble, scramble, and get up!
Oh, McGregor's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Nurmagomedov ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage.
Great punch.
Oh,
he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
oh, he might be out. Wow! And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done. He's done. What a fight.
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moment, you got to show up. And that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
And there he is, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. He's going to like the sound of that. Big knockout for him to win the belt here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Merced has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 51 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout And still, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, for my money, this is the deepest, toughest UFC division, and the road to lightweight glory still goes through that man's backyard. Congratulations to the champion once again.
And he's got a massive fence around that backyard, not letting anybody in. He's not trying to share this title reign. He wants to be the UFC champion for a long time, and with performances like this, it's hard to argue that anything is going to change.
Today, I want to see you sharp and quick. Beautiful combination. Keep it up, put the pressure on it. Job in there. Your timing is really on point. There we go. Again. I love it. Great pressure. Don't stop now. You got 30 seconds. Beautiful combination. I love it. Keep it up. Put the pressure on him. Perfect. Nice work today. That was some good control from the top.
All right, coming up next, it's a lightweight championship fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Kevin Lee. All right, here he is, the #1 lightweight contender, making his way to the octagon and looking to lead as the new undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. He has bided his time, waiting for this title shot. He's got the winning streak. He has the quality of opposition. Now he's fighting the #1 guy in the world. He believes he's the best. Now his opportunity to prove it, just a few minutes away. right, here's the UFC lightweight champion of the world defending his belt yet again. This has been one dominant 155-pound fighter, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is a belt that frequently changes hands. Well, it hasn't since it's been wrapped around this guy's waist, given all the skills he brings to the table. The question is, fighting a challenger like this, can he hold on to the belt? If he can, just another chapter in the greatness of one of the best lightweights this octagon has ever seen. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Nurmagomedov is 4 years his senior. Lee will have a 7-inch reach advantage. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 21 wins, 8 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, presenting the challenger, Kevin the Motown Phenom Lee. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 14 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov!
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
And with that touch of the gloves, we are underway.
Are you ready? You ready? Fight!
Well, what a championship outing it was for him the last time around, a win by knockout, and that really set this to all picks him up.
He's got it all. Great single leg. Put it down. You are a child, boy. You belong to me.
Imagine being able to pick up another man and say, you go here, bro. You go here.
I can't. I've done it before. John, I've done it before.
Big elbow there, Lance. Oh, and again with the huge elbow. That'll change the complexion of this one. Lee getting absolutely starched by these elbows on the ground. And a very crisp elbow once again lands. Big elbow there.
Oh, big elbow.
Oh, and yet again with the big elbow.
Oh, big elbow.
Well, he's got the ground and pound going now. Strong work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. Oh, nice elbow from the top. That'll force him to move his head.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Nurmagomedov's back inside control here. Under 3 minutes remain in round one.
Oh!
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
The elbow is there. Nice job there by Nurmagomedov.
Oh, nice elbow. Oh, my God.
Man! Lee's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Oh, again with the big elbow. That hurts to watch. Past the 2-minute mark in round one. Oh, pinpoint knee to the body. If you're trying to knock me out, one knee to the body.
Every time the opponent tries to get close, he just drives that knee to the body. Great time.
All right, a good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punch.
Now looking to do something with that left arm.
He's isolating a Kimura attack. Notice he'll pick up his left leg, step over the head. Once he gets him on his side, he'll start to apply pressure to try to get the finish. There it is.
And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, and there's the tap.
He got the finish. What a beautiful Kimura finish by this great fighter.
And I don't care how high your threshold is for pain. When you're in that compromised state, better to tap and fight another.
It's so crazy because people think the pressure's on your arm. It's all your shoulder. When somebody has a really good Kimura, it feels like they're going to break your shoulder. That's why you have to tap.
Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So there is the man they are all chasing at 155 pounds, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion. And how about the way he got it done tonight? A spectacular submission to finish the job.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Evil Beings called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 49 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out. And still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, many argue it's the UFC's toughest weight class. It's one of the more difficult belts to defend, but he certainly did just that here tonight. Congratulations to the undisputed UFC lightweight champion, your winner by submission. And now all that's left to do is to celebrate with the corner. Big finish and a big result here tonight.